Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson. I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground.
Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson. We got Aaron going beast mode on the sticks, dude. What up, Aaron?
What up?
Dude, I'm freaking chilling. We've got, there's been some notable passings that we were just talking about. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. Hulk Hogan, I do hope he rests in peace, although, you never want to speak ill of the dead, but a known bad guy. Maybe that's a testament to his acting on stage. Ozzy, absolute legend. We're recording bright and early this morning. This episode drops always bright and early, at least Pacific time, the most important time, West Coast time, unless you're in an Outburger. Huge news. Huge news, dude. This is the this is the 4x4 of news. That's how huge this is. They're moving their headquarters to Tennessee. Yep. I'd almost rather have them going to Delaware. I mean, are they going to take the palm trees off the cup?
Yeah, and put...
Are they going to put whatever Tennessee has on it? Are they going to put a cover song on their cup? Huh? Heavily disappointed. It's a financial move. Look. And they're talking smack. Apparently, pun intended, they have beef with California. It's the fourth largest economy in the world. What up? Maybe now we won't be as big because In-N-Out's gone.
It is crazy to me because there's so many...
I'm hurt.
So many companies have headquarters in Irvine and Newport. Irvine mostly, Costa Mesa, like Hyundai, Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of places. Like major corporations. It's
always interesting when you see a nice corporate looking like glass building that you would expect to be like a legal office or have some like pharmaceutical name that you've never heard of, like Cumulus. Yeah.
Kia, like all these companies that the right wing will have you believing California's taxes are killing business and that these people, they seem to be doing fine.
Yeah, everyone's making money, dude.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
So many friggin' bank buildings in Irvine.
Yeah, dude. And Irvine has the best infrastructure ever, dude. Those streets are so friggin' wide.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's just so many dorks, dude. City of dorks. But they're nice people. One of my best bros. My boy Ferraro. What up, dude? Shout out. From Irvine. Good dude. Dork. But I'm a dork. Maybe I'm a dork. I don't know, dude. When does everyone become a dork at some point? I don't want to say young kids are cool because young kids are dumb idiots.
Yeah.
But apparently, if you're young, you're cool, and you get older, you're uncool all of a sudden? No. Or sad? Maybe, yeah. It is kind of sad to watch a 40-year-old get blitzed. It's like, dude, go be with your family. And then if he doesn't have a family, you're like, whoa, even more sad. But then, on the flip side, maybe I respect that guy's partying. Because he's got to put up with so much life that he's lived. He's got a reason to cut loose. Shouldn't be doing it all the time. No one should be really partying all the time unless you are a rock star. Rest in peace, Ozzy. But if you're 20 and like your parents subsidize part of your life, it's hope. Maybe hope is the only cool trait. Or a bright future. If you're partying and people are like, you still got a future, you still might bench 225 one day. But if you're 40 and you're partying, it's like, I know you'll never bench 225. You got to go work for Enterprise now, dude. Which is a chill gig. You got to go work at In-N-Out, which is actually a pretty good job. I think they pay people pretty well. That's what I hear. I've always heard, like, as a young kid, go work at In-N-Out. Also seems like time just must fly by there. It's never not busy. So it's going to be one person less busy now. They're going to Tennessee. Maybe their fries will get better, dude.
Doubt it.
True.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
It's too true. Got to get animal style fries just to make them palatable. Actually, they're not the best fries, but I still just get regular fries. I don't even do that well done stuff. I just eat them, dude. I just power them down. Freaking dank ass double dub, dude. What does Tennessee have? The Titans? And now In-N-Out? In-N-Out's the biggest thing Tennessee will have now.
Yeah.
I guess they got some music stuff going on, but Memphis, dude. Never knew this, dude. Memphis, named after a city in Egypt. That's why they have the Bass Pro Shop that's a pyramid there. People go, why is there a pyramid Bass Pro Shop there? Well, one, you're in Tennessee. Apparently there's a lot of lakes there. Pretty decent amount of lakes. People do a little bit of boating. There's woods. People do some stuff that you do in the woods, like witchcraft.
Yeah.
There's a witchcraft section at Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
You just go in there, it's just dudes that hunt, and then witches go to one floor. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where I get my, the blood of a virgin, which is just like it's part of instead of going to work at In-N-Out Burger, virgin just work the stock room at Bass Pro Shop. And like, yeah, we're going to need your blood today, dude. Don't worry, we'll pay you for it. And then just, I don't know, whatever witches need, dude.
Eyes of a newt.
Yeah, the eyes of a newt.
Yeah.
The eyes of a newt. Hilarious, dude.
I forget if that's Robin Hood Men in Tights or
Ancient
Prince of Thieves.
Clay from at least 30 feet below the surface of the earth, the hell zone of earth. Mix that together. Boil, toil. And then maybe that's how you make the In-N-Out special sauce.
Perhaps. Or it's just Thousand Island.
It's just Thousand Island, let's be honest. Just Thousand Island with like a little diced pickles, like a little extra veggies diced up in there. Today we're mixing it up a little bit. You probably saw the title and you're going, dude, we've got a dank off?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. We've got a dank off. But first, I want to start with a little bit of Who Said It? Now, I've been mixing up how we do this segment. Last time it was all Shakespeare, and then we were guessing the works that Shakespearean quote came from. Typically, the way I do it is I have a more obscure quote by one individual, and then they get more and more obvious. This one, I've got quotes about history from different individuals. See if you can guess them. I would say in this list, if you get, Aaron, and those listening, if you get one of these people, you've done a good job. I don't even know who the hell the other two people are. One of them is a science. I'll give you the hints now. One dude is just a philosopher, a Spanish philosopher, Spanish-American philosopher from around the 60s. The other dude also was very prominent in the 60s. And then this final dude, more so in the 80s, was a science fiction writer known as the Dean of Science Fiction Writing. First to emphasize scientific accuracy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hard science. This was the pioneer of hard science fiction.
Okay.
That's being in space with a boner. All of his characters are in spacesuits with boners and trying to go, I need more room in this thing, dude.
I mean, space is a vacuum.
Yeah. And you're getting sucked the whole time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people want to be astronauts.
So true. That's why that's why George Clooney in Gravity was so chill.
Yeah.
When he was just drifting off into space, dying before leaving Sandra Bullock alone, he's like, look, I'm going to open my spacesuit as soon as I get out of your field of vision, and you just get sucked.
Yeah.
Just get sucked to death.
Yeah. There's zippers on the spacesuits, if you didn't know.
Yeah, there's zippers, right?
Just on the crotch. Yeah.
You got to have those, yeah. Pull your wang out.
Yeah.
That's what happens, dude. Like, that's what I said, dude. Sorry to get a little blue, but when I'm with my wife, we're being intimate, and it's time for me to as the French say, have my little death, I don't even know where it goes. Might as well be on an Apollo mission. It's just in the air somewhere, dude. Just gone. All of a sudden, just gone. You know? It's gone. And it's definitely not with my wife, because the way that my wife and I make love is she enjoys, and then I go to the closet, cry, sit pretzel leg, look at my crypto wallet, and then enjoy. Just look at my XRP grow, dude, and then go, dude. So, here we go with the quotes. These are all quotes about the importance of history, which we definitely put a major emphasis on this pod. Those who cannot remember the past are doomed to repeat it. We've heard a lot of versions of this.
Yeah.
Do you know who said it? Your hint is this is a Spanish philosopher. There's no way anyone's getting this.
Spanish philosopher. I don't know any Spanish philosophers.
He has an American sounding name. Like he doesn't even go.
Bob Jones.
Yes, exactly, dude. John Evan Kyle is his name. George Santayana. Doesn't even say Jorge.
No.
It's just George Santayana.
Okay.
So
do not know that guy, but I do know that quote very well.
Great quote. Agree with it. Full
100%.
agree.
Yeah.
Now, here is the one I think you'll have a chance of getting.
Okay.
We are not makers of history. We are made by history.
And this is a philosopher in the 60s.
This is
or just a guy in the 60s.
This is a prominent figure from the 60s and an American. And
John F. Kennedy.
Close.
Close.
So if you called him JFK, you're close, but you got to switch up some letters.
RFK?
No.
Oh.
Dude, imagine him giving a big ass speech to a ton of people.
Oh, MLK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's right. So sick.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's an interesting one. We are not makers of history, but we are made by history. It means our past influences our today.
Of course.
Also means, maybe it means checking our ego a little bit, rather than saying, oh man, I can't wait to go out there and just, make this moment. But it means moments happen and moments arrive because of what has happened.
Yeah. Unlike being sucked off in space.
Yes. Now we're talking.
Current events do not happen in a vacuum.
That's true.
There are tons of contributing factors.
Aaron, very well put.
Mm-hmm.
Very well put.
Yeah. Best sentence ever started by just like being sucked off in space.
Very seldom is the chance you get to make a salient point that begins with, unlike being sucked off in space.
Yeah.
And everyone will know contextually what happens because this podcast is also not in a vacuum.
No.
Now, if I take that quote, remove it from the context, put it in another episode, and then quote you as saying,
will I remember?
Will you remember it? Or will you go, man, what type of weirdo said that?
That's entirely possible.
Very possible and might happen. I can't predict the future.
Yeah.
But I do know your past will inform it.
There's also a little secret to the listeners, to the Danktorians.
Yes.
Once we record these things, we pretty much forget them.
Oh, instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly. I go into my car, turn up the AC as much as possible on reverse. You know how you hit the car filter, the arrow, either air going in or out of the car, out so it becomes as close to a vacuum as possible. And I try to get sucked off by my Toyota RAV4. Hasn't worked yet.
It's in certain models.
I've just been kicked out of a lot of empty Best Buy parking lots.
You have to really upgrade to get that feature.
Oh, yeah. That comes with the sport model.
Yeah.
The S. That's what the S is for, like in an XSE or an SE.
Yeah.
ES.
Yeah.
It's for suck.
Suck.
I
think the Highlander comes standard.
Highlander definitely standard. Sierra, yeah, definitely.
Sierra, you got to. In a minivan, you got to get sucked.
The four Hummer. Ever heard of that model?
Yeah.
Best parking lots to park in. I'm actually not condoning anyone. stroking in public. Just keep it in
No.
your house.
But there are a lot of LA is the city of people sitting in their cars in parking lots.
It's true. It's a very lonely city to do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to bring that up in my thank call later.
Yeah.
That's a teaser for my thank call. It's gonna be a good one. I'm really excited for it. Okay, our final quote before we move on to our very fun dank off of athletic. It's an interesting category that I have to sort of tweak a little bit. We'll see. Athletic feats.
Okay.
The quote is, "A generation which ignores history has no past." This is playing right into what we're talking about, this vacuum type stuff. And this is the most prominent part of the quote, no future. So a generation which ignores history has no past and no future.
Okay, and he's an 80s hard sci-fi writer.
Yes.
So he's erect.
He's erect all the time.
writing. Yeah.
All the time. He's erect and he's trying to figure out how to terraform a planet.
Is it Michael Crichton?
No. This guy's name is Robert A. Heinlein.
Heinlein. Yeah.
Heinlein.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you even knew that. I just discovered this guy looking at the quote.
No, he didn't write.
We can look
He
what he
didn't
wrote.
write iRobot. That was Asimov, I think.
I'll show you some Asimov.
Yeah.
Let's see what Robert A. Heinlein wrote. He was an aeronautical engineer, which is pretty legit.
Bald as shit.
Yeah.
That's a terrible way to describe somebody.
This guy's
We had a lot
bald as shit, man.
A lot of pen names. Jeez.
Dude, was Robert A. Heinlein a nudist is what just came up, dude. He was also a nudist. So this guy was bald as shit, dude. You're right.
Yeah, he went by.
No wonder, dude. He did.
5 different pen names. Wow.
He probably kept changing because he got kicked out of every writing room.
Oh, he wrote Starship Troopers.
Great frickin' script.
The book, at least.
Great. I bet the book's always better than the movie. There's always more vivid detail.
Yeah.
But dude, Starship Troopers is all time.
Stranger in a Strange Land and The Moon is a Harsh Mistress are his big works.
I watched Starship Troopers in a hotel room with my entire family. All 4 siblings, mom and dad, packed into one hotel room. The shower scene and everything. We're like, ugh. During the shower scene, like we would sleep in a bed, 3 bros in one bed, and I had to look at my brothers and be like, "You guys got to get out of this bed." Except I was too late. They were all like, "You got to get out of this bed, dude." And then I was like, "I can't stand up." Just had to sit there, dude. Just hope.
So so Species wasn't available, or
Would have loved to have watched Species. Yeah.
or Wild Things.
Yeah, dude. Exactly, bro. My dad was like, "No, we're not watching those." Okay. Starship Troopers, this looks interesting. Cool. Didn't even know it was coming. Turns out it was all of me and my brothers, dude.
The effects still hold up. It's crazy. For 97.
It's great. Freaking Doogie Howser in there, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into our dank off today.
Oh boy.
Now, this is something that I was I was just thinking about one event. And I was looking for the dankest athletic feat, and I wanted there to be more moments where it was one individual did something and then it was so prolific that it became something other athletes did. Now, the prime example is this, and it's my first example that I have on the list, is the marathon.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that took place in history.
Yeah.
You have this guy, Pheatapides, or whatever the hell it is, which is the Greek name for even the foot doctor is named after this guy. It's a derivative of his name.
Wow.
And he runs from Athens to Marathon to Athens, just to let them know, hey, the Persians have been defeated. Hell yeah, dude, stoked. And then he died.
Yeah.
According to
immediately died.
Immediately dead after that. That was in 490 BC.
It'd be funny if they were they didn't have guns back then, but they're like, okay, cool. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks. We do kill the messenger. And then it must have just stuck and they must have been running that, or they really honored this guy for doing this sick ass run in probably a couple of hours time. He was the fastest dude. That's why they chose him. Did it barefoot, but that was, what he was used to back then. And then the first Olympic Games, the re-upping of the Olympic Games in 1896, of course, they were held in Athens, Greece. They run a marathon. Then years later, it was always 26 miles. Then it became 26.2 because the Queens wanted it to be finished right in front of her. So they moved it 0.2. So now a modern marathon is 26.2 miles. The Queen's length. So that's my number one on the list. And we'll rank these in a little bit, but there's no order. But that was sort of the influencer. Then with my research, I was like, ooh, was there like the sickest javelin toss that then started javelin, or like a discus? And a lot of them were involved in like military training, like a shot put was a strength for military training that then became an event in the Olympics and everything. So I was like, okay, maybe there's not exactly one individual, although there is debate that this is just all made up. There's also a lot of Greek events that in mythology are said to have been invented by the gods, like wrestling is invented by like Hercules, and like Theseus are like wrestling or some shit like that, right? And so I didn't put Greek wrestling on there, but I did for our next event. I put sumo on there.
Okay.
Because sumo is a pretty interesting sport, because it originally started just as a religious performance.
Huh.
And it was a way to pray for bountiful crops, particularly rice planting. And to predict whether that year's harvest would be good in the Nara period of Japan, this is 710 to 794, this is AD. That's what they did. And then after that, the Heian period became an event conducted at the imperial court, and bouts were performed for the emperor. So it's more of entertainment now. And then during the age of the samurai, physical strength becomes important skill for warriors, and samurai families began to employ. So it's funny, it wasn't like a samurai would be a sumo. You can't, the body type. But samurai families would then employ sumo wrestlers to wrestle for their family and honor at court. So this is like an instance of professional wrestling. So it's something that started as ceremony, religious ceremony, that then transitioned into professional, also at court, also ceremonial, but a sumo wrestler is now being employed by a samurai family. And then there became tournaments because they were so popular. This famous samurai family, the Oda Nobunaga, probably saying that super wrong, was so devoted to the sport, he'd hold tournaments every year. So sumo is now what we think of it today as how it was in its Edo period. That's the 1600s to the mid 1800s. Matches were held to raise money, construct shrines, temples, or replace bridges. So truly, these sporting events were going into public works. This is interesting.
Sure. And it started in the Nar.
The friggin' Narnar?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
The sicky Narnar, dude. Dude, imagine a sumo wrestler. Do you ever watch NFL DNs go up against sumo wrestlers and the sumo wrestlers win? It's pretty sick. But then I'm also like, a sumo wrestler's not going to do what a DN does. I'm sorry.
No.
But it's cool to watch how hard they are to move.
That's in the replacements.
Yeah.
One of the center, I think, is
he's sumo. And he's the one who has the holding call when Shane Falco runs it in for a score, and the late flag comes on a hold. Fucking bullshit, dude. Yeah. Pisses me off. I'm still pissed off about that call. So, sort of what this list became now is we have a marathon, an individual feat to announce a victory. We have sumo, something coming from a religious purpose into competition. And the next sport, and these are also sort of regions of the world to a degree, we have lacrosse. Now, this is America's oldest team sport, invented in North America. It's actually Canada's national sport, not hockey.
Yeah, it's
Lacrosse.
crazy.
It was played by many tribes, notably in this instance the Iroquois, the Haudenosaunee people. I'm just butchering that.
Yeah.
New York, Canada area, Upper East Coast, where that sport is probably the most popular region still. Dude, I want to take a quick moment here to discuss Magic Mind, dude. Like I mentioned, we're recording this episode early in the morning. I get worried I'm not going to be on. I get worried I'm not going to be funny. I get worried my mind won't be sharp. So then I down extra coffee, which then makes me anxious. I have that crash. But luckily, my boy James and Magic Mind reached out with the dankest little solution, dude. It's these little tiny bottles of just, I like to say Stoke in there. It gives you that boost. It gives me that energy, that little the drive that caffeine gives me, but without any of that crash. Dude, my wife loves them. There's like 3 different. There's original, there's free, and then there's max. And I just love. I'm cruising on the originals. I'm loving those. My wife and I love the originals. Although I've tried all 3, really good. You just got to look at like what you're looking for. Like, you know. You take they actually have a quiz. You can find out like which Magic Mind suits you best. For me, I'm original, which is kind of cool because I've been called unoriginal. But that's neither here or there. I'm fired up to be limiting my brain fog. Honestly, feels gone. I feel less fatigued. And procrastination's a big battle of mine, dude. I'll wait until, I'll dilly-dally. My wife's like, you're dilly-dallying again. I'm doing less dilly-dallying when I'm crushing the Magic Minds, staying on task, staying on point, getting things done, having fun. And they're tasty, dude. I like to shake them up, rip them as a little shot. Sometimes when I'm feeling sophisticated, I put it on ice. I like it. I like them chilled. They're tasty that way. They're tasty too. So there is caffeine, not too much, just enough to keep you sharp. Like I mentioned, I'm doing it with my wife. Anything that bonds the wife and keeps me productive, I'm stoked on. So I want to share that with you. And I'm happy Magic Mind reached out to me to help me do so, because right now, Magic Mind is doing a limited time launch offer. Okay? 60% off. 60% off subscription with the link plus code. 100% money back guaranteed. If you're overwhelmed, scattered, or in a fog, this is your sign. Try it, cancel anytime, full refund if it's not your vibe. Act fast. This offer won't last long. All right, dude, it's going to be unbelievable. Use history Dank60. That's the code. Early versions included, and this is just insane, up to 100 to 1,000 people on each team.
Jesus.
Using wooden sticks, net baskets, pockets, small deer hide, wrapped balls, deer sinew form nets. I don't know what sinew is.
It's like bone marrow, kind of.
Sweet. Borderless fields could span miles and games could last days. That sounds like a bad version of the game.
Yeah, that sounds horrendous.
I'm not watching that. I'm sorry. This is a very early iteration. Then finally, thank God, a chief came up and was like, dude, we need some rules here, bro.
Yeah.
We got to figure this shit out. But the game was played sometimes to win. Sometimes it would settle disputes. Sometimes, this is later on, and tribes would play each other in place of war. We see that kind of in the Aztecs with that ball sport game, that we talked about. But that game is gone. I want things that are still around today. I considered that, but it didn't qualify for the research. Lacrosse did. Or for this dank off, I should say. Now, quoting this guy, his name's Paulus. He points to, and this is an Iroquois creation story, is why they play lacrosse. It's called rematration. So it's an origin version in which a young woman and chief living in the sky world, or multiverse space, must marry to save their universe from destruction. But her attention is drawn to a lacrosse player who later dives through a hole torn in the multiverse to save her, and they mate before she lands on Earth. This is chill.
That sounds cool.
This is some cool space sucking going down. Lacrosse is part of that story of our creation, our identity. It's who we are. So when we play the game, this is the quote from Palace, we always say that there's a simultaneous game going on in the sky world and our ancestors are playing with us. Legit. So this is a spiritual game. Daniel Day-Lewis is playing this game, and it's a more modern version, it seems, in the great Michael Mann movie, Last of the Mohicans. Very legit. We call this game lacrosse because of French missionaries. They said it resembled the bishop's cross that he'd carry, like, the staff, like the Gandalf staff, but with the cross on top. Mm-hmm. He'd carry that during religious ceremonies. And it was called, of course, in French, lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse. So that's where it got its name. Pretty sick. So once again, similar to sumo, and that's the Iroquois version. It's an origin linked to their origin as a peoples, as a culture, the game of lacrosse.
Have you
other tribes play for different reasons?
Have you seen the Pro Lacrosse League?
I have. I went to the championship like 2 years ago.
Have you seen the goalies and the amount of pads they wear?
Oh yeah.
I brought it up. It's redonkulous.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Why?
But dude, that ball's getting thrown at you so fast. Oh, this is box lacrosse. That's why. This is a better version. I went to the outdoor lacrosse, which is, they say it's the fastest game on 2 feet.
Yeah, this is indoor for sure.
This is a better version. This is, so the disaster early version with 1,000 dudes running through miles of woods.
Yeah.
And God only knows who's following the rules. That version is the most fun version. It's like the indoor soccer, lacrosse.
Soccer version
it's the closest to hockey on feet.
Yeah.
Which I think is the premier version of that sport.
But this ball is not heavy enough to inflict enough damage that you need that much padding.
Yeah, you're saying it's cheap. You're saying that padding is blocking too much.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
It's also just like, how are you mobile at all?
I wonder how fast they whip that ball around. And they get hit by it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be going as fast as a MLB pitch, but you don't want to get hit by an MLB pitch.
Yeah.
And this guy's getting hit all the time.
I just think, I get hit with softballs that are harder than this, and it hurts. Like
People aren't intentionally.
No, but
if people were like, if the point was to intentionally whack you with that softball or get it by you,
some teams feel that way.
That is probably true. But then you would be padding up. But I do agree, that's a lot of pads. I would like the pads to be a little skinnier.
He looks like one of those fake sumo suits.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The ones you see at a carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It just seems it's too much.
It's overkill.
There's got to be a middle ground.
Well, this might affect your judgment in what is the dankest of games.
It might.
The last one that I have on our list, usually I do 5, but I did 4. It was just it's a little Mount Rushmore, I guess what we're going to say. Sorry, the Dank off of Mount Rushmore, who will have the biggest face on the side of the mountain. And the last one, surfing.
Oh, yeah.
Early evidence of surfing can be traced to the 12th century Polynesia, but it was most likely taking place well before that. Their cave paintings have been found, which clearly illustrate ancient versions of surfing.
Wow.
That's going to the 12th century. And Polynesians brought surfing to Hawaii, and it became popular from there. It's impossible to precisely say the first instance. Like, we don't have a dude. It'd be sick if there was a naval battle and some guy had to catch a wave to get to the village, like running the marathon and got barreled.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. I'd love if that was something that happened.
Yeah. It's more of a Moana situation.
Yes. And there was also weather going. I could have looked at this and to qualify the event, I could have been like, okay, swimming and running qualify for this, but I wanted something a little more involved.
Yeah, this is cooler.
Yes. Now, James Cook. We talked about him when Rusty was on. Uh-huh. James Cook was a captain who witnessed Tahitian surfers in 1778. He also went to Hawaii. Later, he got ganked.
Yeah.
That's an interesting... Maybe we should talk more about him in a different episode, although we touched on it there. But his crew were shocked to see men riding on wooden sticks. And probably stoked. I think they didn't have a word for stoked in their journals, but that's probably what they were.
They didn't even know how to do the shaka.
Yeah.
And they did it.
And you knew the guys were getting stoked because immediately the Christian missionaries with them were like, no, we're against this. Oh, no, we can't have this.
It's the rock and roll of its time.
Exactly. Why are you against surfing?
Yeah.
And the closest, and also why I chose surfing, because the closest instance like to an individual we have linked to a sport is the Duke.
Yeah.
Now the Duke, born in 1890, Duke Kahanamoku, I'm probably saying that really wrong, I'm sorry. Accomplished Olympic swimmer and a surfer, dude. And he traveled the world, from California to Australia, all over the world, and just surfing and spreading the love of the sport. So
many restaurants named after him.
Yes. Tons of people are eating tons of burgers with pineapple on them because of him. Yeah. So he single-handedly, of course he had a team and stuff behind him, but like literally he's the dude that spread the stoke. So original stoke spreader. So that's very sick. So now we must rank these sports for dankness, all-time dankness, sports rooted in historical, I chose the word feats, but it's really just sports rooted.
Kind of in culture.
Yeah. Dank is sports
culture.
Rooted in culture.
Yeah.
So without disrespecting any certain culture, we will now rank which one's the dankest. I'm going to go ahead and say for me.
Yeah.
And I love Native Americans. I just think the lamest dudes play this sports now. And not maybe it's because I don't know them. But it's sort of equated with douche.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go lacrosse number 4.
Okay.
Only because of that. Also, you when you're cradling like this, and maybe I just don't understand it enough. I went to a game. I had never seen box lacrosse. I think that could be really sick to see. So I might, be eating my words here in time to come. But the outdoor version, the ball like goes out of play and they have to like go find it and then resume play.
They're playing with a golf ball.
Yeah, I'm like.
then I would support that padding.
So what's your number 4?
As much as I think lacrosse is an odd sport to still be playing, and I do think the goalies are weird. I do think it's got good cardio in it. There's some tough dudes who play it.
It's true. Oz Striker from American Pie.
Sure, Stifler.
Mm-hmm.
The helmets are pretty cool.
Yeah. Ladies play it, and it's kind of cool when ladies play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They wear less pads.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go, and I like this, and I would definitely go watch this if I was in the country, and I probably will never go watch lacrosse. But I think sumo is my 4.
Interesting.
But I do like it, and I would go watch it for sure.
Yeah, it seems like a one-time go enjoy. It's tough for me to like get it. Like I probably would go.
It's not something
to another lacrosse match, but I think if I see sumo one time, actually I don't know. Maybe I'd want to go there and rip some socket bombs and hang out.
Yeah, you're not going to do fantasy sumo, but
that's true.
But I'd go see it once or twice if I was in Japan.
Absolutely would. But I just respect the athletes so much and just what they do to their bodies and how nimble those big dudes are.
Yeah.
Very impressive to me.
Yeah, of course.
Those guys are probably good at sex.
Oh, I
think about the hips.
I bet.
Plow. Just get one of those ladies to bowl your wife. For that reason, I have to put marathon at 3. Sumo is still on the list for me. Marathon's at 3 just because it's running.
There's no ladies sumo though, right?
No, but that's
there's ladies
chill.
lacrosse. There's ladies marathon. There's ladies surfers.
Marathon's something I could never do. I could also never do sumo. Who do you have at number 3?
Number 3, I'm going lacrosse.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
I like what I'm hearing. This makes sense.
Yeah, it's just got a little more cardio than sumo. Sumo is a quick and over quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Brute power, strength. I'm sure you're gassed at the end of it, but lacrosse is a bigger. It's still weird, but I have it at 3.
I hear you on that. Also, it's like with sumo's amazing. And I would love to go see it, and like truly a larger than life dudes out there getting after it. Like other wrestling forms are pretty cool too. Like
Yeah.
actual like Greco-Roman and like, you know,
Yeah.
KY jelly,
Judo.
yeah, judo, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, for my number 2, I'm putting sumo at 2.
Okay.
I have to put sumo at 2 now.
Yeah.
Maybe I could flip flop that, but in hindsight, but it's at 2 for me.
Yeah.
I've kind of spoken to my appreciation for it. What about you? Where do you put? Who do
So
you put
this
at
is
2?
where you're gonna know immediately that we agree on our number ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm putting marathon here.
Respect.
Marathon's dank. It's an incredible feat. My wife has done it. I have not. I probably never will.
I probably never will either.
I'm not a distance guy.
Same.
You know, but I respect it, and it's crazy how the origin, and then it's crazy that people still do it and can do it in such fast times now. It's nuts. It's like a 2 hour now.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking your list even more than mine because marathon
generally
was the
happens.
genesis for this list.
Yeah.
So it needs its respect.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's rooted in an event from history that was so dank
Yeah.
that we now still do it. It's just that it's going from point A to point B, and it can be pretty
Yeah.
exciting. That being said, I was watching the ladies' Olympic marathon this past Olympics in Paris.
Yeah.
It was exhilarating.
Yeah.
Like the run for the last 5 miles, I was like, oh my gosh! Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
lady
yeah.
that won it shouldn't even have been there, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And then won. It was a great story. So
Yeah, and I mean it's like you got sumo's 1-on-1. You got lacrosse team versus team.
mm-hmm.
Then marathon is you kind of versus yourself.
I like that. I like the way you like what
You
you're
got to
saying.
cover
right
distance, but it is you against
now. True.
the distance and you against yourself.
Yes.
Quitting or shitting yourself or whatever.
And then surfing.
Surfing is you against Earth.
Yes. It is Earth is come Mother Nature.
Yeah.
The moon, Earth and moon.
And wind.
It's cosmic.
And wind. Yeah.
Yeah. Are coming together, and you are taking back in the day, a wooden stick, a piece of Earth,
Yep.
and getting barreled. Maybe even catching an aerial.
Yep.
Hanging 10. It's also so chill.
Yep.
And chicks love it.
Yeah. And you finish.
Which is probably-
You finish and maybe you get barreled by your
Yeah.
lady.
Then you get barreled.
Yeah.
Dude. Then your little stick gets barreled. You get barreled on a big stick, then your little stick gets barreled.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it's
getting
just
pitted.
cool. It's cool as shit. It looks like fun. It's hard, obviously.
It has the best aesthetic to it of like
Yeah.
like clothing and culture
Yeah.
where like, you know, maybe a sumo wrestler can rock a sick pair of cords, but like a surfer just wearing Billabong cords, having a tan, like kind of an oversized shirt, but with like definite boulder shoulders, just chilling, dude, wavy hair, salt.
See, if we were going just on aesthetic of the outfit, I would go surfing 1, then sumo 2,
I agree.
lacrosse and marathon last.
Yes, marathon yeah.
I don't like running clothes; just look kind of awful.
No, athleisure wear too, if that's like your style. I'm like, you need to get a personality now.
Yeah. I'd rather walk around with a sumo
Yes.
strap on.
I'd rather walk around in a straight jacket.
But yeah, surfing is just dank. You get a sweet tan. There's lingo. That's fun.
Agreed. Yeah, it has the best vernacular.
Yeah.
It's just the dankest
The
of
shaka
dankies.
is so cool.
Yeah.
It's just like
Hang loose. Hell yeah.
as far away as your fingers can get.
All right. I think we nailed that.
But there is some crazy territoriality in it.
There's
Not
some
so chill.
unchillness. But there's also, that's competition. That's part of
Yeah.
competition. It's also part of like, there's like surf gangs.
It would be nice if it was a little more open to newcomers.
Very true.
But there are some fun. Obviously, I follow kook slams on
Oh, dude.
Instagram to see people just learning and falling very hard. It's
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
But I think it should be a little more inclusive.
Because, dude, there are endless waves, but there's the best waves in a certain spot. And, a set only has so many waves.
Yeah.
And you can't be wasting those on kooks and schmoles, dude.
Yeah.
Those are a gift from the gods.
Yeah.
No, but you are right. It's like, the barrier to entry is like shame. You have to get shamed.
Yeah, or
no sport involves shame
or
more.
punched by a guy named Warchild.
Yeah, bro, so true. Cool it, Warchild. So good, dude. We're the best surf name of all time. Best scene of all time. Freaking. But then you get chillers like Bodie.
Yeah.
Or dudes like Chandler and Turtle who will teach you, dude, embrace you.
Mm-hmm.
On the North Shore. All right, dude. Let's do a little thank call. I'm going to thank call the bowling alley for being the best place in the world to chill alone.
Thank you for calling Round 1 Bowling and Arcade, your one-stop destination for family fun and entertainment. We're open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, including all holidays.
Wow.
Store hours may vary by location.
For lonely guys.
To speak with an associate, please press 0. If you're interested...
Please stay on the line while your call is transferred to the operator.
Gotta let the bowling alley know, dude. Best place to go. Hang out for a solo hangout. Most dudes without friends at the same time.
The thing about bowling alleys, though, is they are incredibly understaffed.
True.
Always.
Round 1 Burbank, how can I help you?
Hey, what's up? My name's Strider, and I was there yesterday bowling middle of the day, and I just want to thank you guys for curating such a great space for me to cruise in and bowl when I'm by myself.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad that you had a great time.
Thank you. It was great. Like I almost was gonna make other friends. Like there was a ton of other just lonely dudes there, and I was just posted up, and I loved that you guys have good hot dogs. I was crushing a good hot dog, of course using a different hand to eat the hot dog than touch the ball. Although you guys have clean balls there, which is good.
We do clean the balls, yes. So either way.
So I just want to thank you for that, and just thank you for having a bowling alley and a space for dudes whose friends are always super busy doing other stuff without them. So just thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. You're more than welcome to come anytime you want. We are open till 2 a.m., so anytime you want.
That's perfect. That's kind of that. Honestly, I would cruise then, but that seems like that's like the time that the aliens abduct dudes from the alley. I think aliens are benevolent species because they know to take just a lonely dude from an alley. Like no one's gonna miss them. You know, they do their research and then return them like probably by morning for breakfast, which you guys actually have a pretty good breakfast there too. So thank you for that.
We are pretty busy even during the morning time, so the likeliness of you getting abducted, I would say, is pretty low. But either way, you're more than welcome to come in whenever you want.
Sweet. I'll be back for sure. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day.
You too, Late.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude.
She really rolled with that little
She was
alien abduction.
She goes, dude, the likeliness of you getting abducted is pretty low, dude. That was amazing. Because other people will be around. That's what happens. When
Yeah.
other people are around, aliens don't get you, dude.
Yeah.
Alien abduction stories are for the loneliest people. Like, they need a cool story to tell a friend so bad. You'll never guess what happened, man. I got abducted last night. Went to Alien, went to space, and got sucked. Oh, man.
That's great. I didn't even know that bowling alley exists in the mall.
Great
Wow.
spot.
Wow, yeah.
Great
Open till
spot.
2. Gee, you gotta be the only people in the mall.
Only people open now.
After 9.
Everyone else opens right. You know, we're recording this before 11. Every other bowling alleys aren't even open.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. So, bowling alley is a great place.
Taking the place of Pickwick, R.I.P.
Dude, I loved Pickwick.
Yeah.
I loved Pickwick.
The great thing about bowling alleys, too, is the food is cheap and generally pretty good.
Yeah, like you're going to get a plate of fries. It's also just, it's all food you eat with your hands.
That
You know
is
what I
the
mean?
weird
So you're
part.
always like, you kind of want like something with a fork and knife, even though it takes more time to eat. Like
Yeah.
it's just you're touching the balls.
You gotta.
You gotta really
You
just-
bowl right, you eat left. It's
Correct.
the only way to do it.
Exactly. All right.
Dude, I was just at a bowling alley at a birthday party in the upstairs banquet room.
Oh, balling.
Heather Graham was there.
Whoa.
Yeah, legend.
Dude.
Legendary, baby.
She is the best. I love Heather Graham's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Of course, Boogie Nights. She's great in The Hangover. Great in, yeah, she's great. She pops up in a lot of stuff too. Anger Management. She's legit. What's her best role? Probably, I mean, she's iconic in Boogie Nights.
Swingers, she's great.
Oh yeah, she's in
obviously
Swingers.
it's only
You're
like
right.
the last 10 minutes, but
She's good. She's good.
Great.
She's like her introduction.
yeah. She is really good in Spy Who Shagged Me. Like,
She's really good in that. Was she ever on a sitcom? I could have seen her like.
yeah, she was on Scrubs. She had a few run on Scrubs,
Yeah.
and then she had her own show, which I cannot remember the name of. But yeah, all time babe. Still looks great.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Give it up for Heather Graham. Dedicate this episode to Heather Graham. Fired up, dude. All right. Bowling alley. Stoked on this. Surfing's the dankest. It's the dankest thing you can do. But just feel when you started out, all you do is swallow salt water while trying to paddle out there and get yelled at by other surfers. Hopefully you just have a nice instructor. It's the best courses is just have an instructor who's a good surfer and all other surfers know, look, he's got to make money now. And you'll longboard on a 9-foot board and you'll stand up and be pretty stoked. It's a good time. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next one, dude. Friggin' lit.